Yes, we can.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. This is just a run through on our this analysis, and as you can see, analysis always play out as it's been analyzed. I don't know what happened to my trading view this morning. I can't seem to find my pairs. Okay, I've seen it now. Okay, so everything plays out the way we analyze it. So we just want to run through our analysis. And yesterday we analyzed this market, and I told you guys something that's really played out that yesterday. I'm going back to 1 hour, so we'll see what we analyze and what is playing out and where the market is still headed. So I told you something that these guys, when we analyzed this market, the market was here. I told that this is what we really want these guys to do this morning, that we would want them to go up. All right. Sorry, this analysis is coming very late, and I think others will join soon. So we wanted it to go up like this, flush above this, go up like this to this particular level, then flush down. So they did this and they used news to spark this thing down because market was somehow a little slow yesterday because of what happened in the crypto space. So now those guys now smashed it down, but they didn't have to control going down because they have a lot of IFCs that was there, and they have to go back to claim up the IFCs. And this is double money for us, so for those that know how we trade. All right, so they hit here and they came down. I suppose you must have sold this down to this level. And when you have seen these IFCs, all right, you must have also taken this particular buy up at least to this particular level, all right, to close this IFC, then and possibly sell it back down because we are anticipating this to get to this particular OB, and that is our analysis. So analysis is still intact on Euro USD. All right. So what you guys are expecting to have this morning is now you have this thing being gathered here. I will be as fast as I can because I don't want to take more than 30 minutes in this analysis. So here we'll have a liquidity, and here also we'll have liquidity lying down below this level. So what you guys must do is the same thing that you anticipated here is what you're going to anticipate here. So you are seeing a reason for them to sell. Now you ask yourself, is there anything that this guy have not that they've left unturned? Like, is there anything like IFC or anything that they've left unturned? Or so two things is going to happen here. The number one thing is this market is likely to come down, push back here, and continue going down. That is the number one bias. Because if you watch here, there is no IFC. All right, there's just no reason of anything that will take them up. Okay, and this is actually the rate trend. That is why I see it going down slow, slow, slow. So bias is still downtrend. But in worst case scenario, you see them push it up to this particular level, like this 15 minutes. Let's go to 1 hour. Let's see what happened 1 hour. You see 1 hour. So now, okay. Yeah, it's in line. So what we're expecting it to come down and close below this liquidity. So your bias in this particular trade is still what? A down movement. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. So you are still expecting this to happen. So from here, you can possibly look for any reason to what? To buy. So that is what is still continuation of what our analysis is. Then GPUSD. Now, GPUSD played out the manual as actually anticipated, flush into the liquidity and begin to smash down. Of course, we know that this is what they must do. So they're actually playing back the manual. So this analysis still remains this. Let's go back to 4 hours and see what happens, what is happening in 4 hours. All right. So, and here there's an FVG. So we want these guys to come down to this particular point where the FVG is, possibly sweep below these liquidities that we have here, and now give us reason to do what? To buy this trade from this point. And in the worst case scenario, hitting this particular block. So this analysis is still intact. And that is why most time I like skipping one day. I like skipping one day so that my desired analysis can only hit where I actually want it to hit, because we can be doing analysis every single day. And this is what we have seen. I told you guys something yesterday that here these guys are going to come down here to sweep below this liquidity that is resting here, and come here and sweep below this liquidity that is also resting here. So I told you guys that this is a liquidity level, and that's why I put in this that yesterday. All right, and also I put in this. So these are liquidity level. As you can see, they have swept it already. So I believe you guys actually joined them to sweep it, because we analyzed that this move was going to happen. And if you see, if you watch now, you see exactly what we analyzed, what exactly what's happened. So, and then if you catch this particular move, you are sure of making, you have made over 280, 290 pips. All right. So it's not a small pip. So guys, there is money in this industry. Then also I analyzed this particular market. If you watch, guys, you remember that this is the analysis we had yesterday. And I'm going back to 4 hours so we can see it clearly. Now look at the analysis we had yesterday. We said this market, this was what the market was. We said this was going to happen. All right, back to this place, and then up. We expect them to flush this and come down to this particular place. This was what we anticipated in our trade, and I believe you guys must have waited for this market to come in here to smash it in. Now the question is, why were we expecting this guy to come in here? Is because there's an FVG in a higher time frame. If you go to daily time frame, you see that we'll have an FVG. Now, before this particular red this thing happened that yesterday, I told you guys something that are likely to happen. I believe by now you guys have not seen my tricks on trading, so you see how I do my trade. I spot out this FVG, this line, and this line. All right, where this thing close to, I now said that these guys are going to come into this particular place and do what, and trade back. And that was why I did this analysis. And exactly, they use news to come back here and do this, and they are flushing above. So if we're able to catch this particular move that yesterday, just the same way I analyze it, so by now you should have been getting 105 pips. All right, so that is it. So this analysis, the continuation. So when this thing close and give you bullish, bearish, bullish, of course, you know, is indication of what, of continuation move. Then we're going back here. Now, this was what I analyzed. I analyzed that this market is going to do exactly what it did, go up here, then come down here. Then this analysis has been there for the past 3 days, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, for the past 3 days. Look at it now. First day, second day, then third day. This is today. Okay. So now if you go back to 4 hours, you'll find out that, all right. Now, this was what we analyzed in 4 hours. Have you seen it? So it's actually playing out as we expected. Look at it here. Okay. So it's playing out, it's following exactly as we anticipated. So this movement continues. Okay. This movement really continues. So please bear it in mind. Now here we'll have what we call the cord of wood. 1, 2, 3, 4. This means what a continuation what movement up. And this is going to flush above this particular height up here now. You just have to flush above this particular high. Okay, so when you flush above the particular high, then expect a little pullback for it to go up. So this movement is what we see, we're still looking at, and is still playing out as anticipated. So until it's giving us a kind of a reason to sell, we are not going short on this. Even when they hit this particular level, we expect a liquidity sweep above. Then before we now see we not anticipate a break of structure down. That does not mean that you must retrace here. Now, when we get to this particular level, it depends on the pattern you are giving to us, because what we do, we trade what we see and not what we feel. Then we're going back to the next one. Guys, have you seen it now? So this was exactly what we analyzed that was going to happen in this. All right. As you can see, let me go back to 1 hour. Nice one. Good. Now we analyzed that this was going to come back and hit this particular level here. That was exactly what's happened. So they first brought it down, all right, sweep this level, and they use what they call news to go back and hit it there. And that is why Steve Moore will always say that news is nothing but fake. Have you seen that? This guy has to go back and do exactly what I said they should do, then hit this particular level. When they hit this level and they brought it down, come and flush this level to show you that this analysis is still valid. So now we analyze that this is going to happen. So your job is to wait for these guys to come up here and take this. Or when they hit down here, all right, and you see them, giving you reason to what? To sell. All right, but then you cannot think of selling. That is, they have to come back to this particular place, all right, before you think of what selling. But then what they did, they used news then to move this thing back to this particular level. When they hit this level, they smash it down. And that was exactly what we say that will happen in this market. So if you're able to catch this particular move based on how we analyze it, definitely, and this move continues, you would have made over 135 pips from your trade yesterday. And it has a little pullback now. It has pulled back into what we call the FVG, the fair value gap, right? So here we'll have a gap here, okay? And also here, we'll have a gap here. So it has traded into this particular place. Your job is to sell from here to flush down this particular level. Yeah. Okay. So it continues. Then gold. Gold is also playing as we analyze. Who analyze is going to come back here because of what? This gap. Now, I pointed this thing out, right? I pointed this thing out. Now, in between this place now here, all right, to this place here, there is a gap. And this gap here needs to be filled. And that is what you see. That was why I analyzed that this market have to come up to this particular level, all right, and flush down. So it came back to this level and do what? And it's flushing down. So, and that is what we expect. We want them to come back and flush below this existing level. So that is how this industry works. So this thing is as easy as ABC. Like I told you guys, that I will be having serious training today for those who are not being profitable in this industry. You are still having challenges. You are, maybe it could be psychology, it could be anything. Please make sure you are there in the office at the time I said you should be in the office. And this training should not be taken for granted. But then, if you feel you have a better option, you go ahead. All right. You may not be having this opportunity every time. So anytime I have this opportunity, make sure you make good use of it. All right. So I think we should be drawing the curtain over down. And also the last but not the least, I pointed this out. All right. And then now this was what the market was. And I said this was going to happen. We actually wanted them to come down to trade into those particular place. Then they come down. So what they did was, if you go to a lower time frame, you see clearly what they did. Let's go straight to 1 hour and see what they did. Now, this was where the market was. All right. We anticipated these guys coming down to this particular place. This place here. Look at it here. Yeah. All right, to take this particular trade, hit this level here and come down. Now, but then they were trapped because of what is actually happening in the market yesterday. All right, where Taylor Luna is a today's platform. I'm talking about one of the most strong stable coin. All right, they played a kind of a hanky panky game that was actually made it to drop in value, not being pegged to USD. So, and that was actually what translated to some erratic movement you saw on cryptocurrency yesterday that made cryptocurrency to a kind of to keep on to most of the currency we're actually selling, apart from USDT and BUSD. Even USDT is not actually too safe. All right, so the BUSD is actually an unaffected one that made over 1.4% yesterday. So I want you guys to kind of give attention extremely to forex and crypto. I must tell you guys, there's a lot of money to be made. And now, if you have some money, please, I repeat, you have some money, think of buying some currencies now. this opportunity, because we are seeing BTC USD coming down to this particular level. So let me analyze this properly so it can actually guide you guys for those who want to invest massively in Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is going to hit over $5,000, $500,000. All right, in less than 5 to 10 years time. So even if you just a little quantity you have, just keep it. All right. So if you watch now, you see this is actually coming down, and the next block we'll have here for you to eat is about $24,000. All right, this is the next block where we're expecting these guys to come and hit. And as you can see, these guys are actually below $28,000 right now, and they're actually at $27,000, and it's going down to this particular level. And this is why you have to keep your eye on these. And we are looking at them coming down to this particular level, all right, to come and do what they know how to do best. Sorry, I'm going back. I want to show you guys this. Okay. Good. Now this is where we're expecting them to come and hit. All right. So, and then let me zoom in. Zoom in. Now this is the level. This is the demand zone. We're actually expecting them to come and hit and get some of the block here mitigated. So when this particular thing hit this particular block here, once they hit this particular block here, there may be hope for them to pull back. And that is what we're actually expecting. So that's why I said, if you don't know how to trade forex, trading crypto is like fooling yourself. Guys, you are good. You are actually doing the right thing right now. Please, let's encourage everyone in the community. Let's begin to send some things in our group chat. Let's encourage them to come and learn this forex. Seriously, without forex, there is no future even in cryptocurrency. Now, you can imagine where somebody I'm learning cryptocurrency from was calling me and telling me that he would like to learn forex from me, right? Simply because of this analysis. Guys, we'll have everything. We'll have everything. And these are people that don't even want to hear about forex, but they've seen that, man, you cannot go far without having the knowledge that we have. Please make sure. It may not be easy for you now. I don't know what you're going through right now, but make sure that you are in tune with this thing every single day. No day should go by without you looking at your chart. No day should go by without you looking at your chart. This is actually a money-making time for us. And also in the financing that we are exploring right now, you know, everything FSPG do, we make sure we are the best. And we're taking our time to make sure we set peace on that. Grow with us and move with us in that particular place we are moving. And make sure you don't leave any stone unturned. At the end, all of us will rejoice. So if you have any questions or have any currency, we can quickly look at now. I can give you 5 minutes. We'll do that briefly before I call it a day. Please unmute yourself if you have any question, or raise your hand. I'll mute you. Please be fast, please. There's no time. You have any question, please ask, or we'll leave.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
The class today starts by 1, right?
By 1 o'clock, yes.
Okay.
Exactly. Any more questions? Mr. Frank Uba, it's been a long time.
I've been following the analysis every morning now.
I've not been seeing.
Yes, now.
So you are trading now, right?
Yes, I'm trading.
But you are not posting it. We're not seeing what you're doing.
No problem.
I hope you are getting better now.
Yes, I'm getting better every day. I'll be in the class this morning.
It's okay.
I'll be in the class this afternoon today.
No problem. See you guys then. It's okay.
Okay.
Mr. Nnamdi Hillary.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How is your trade going?
Fine. I'm following.
It's okay. If you have any challenge, please don't keep quiet and die in silence, please. Then Mr. Okay. Udome, are you there? Okay, it's okay, guys. So do have a wonderful day. Wilson Christian, I know you're always full every day. Okay. We were
Yes,
supposed to
sir.
have, yeah, we're supposed to have good number of persons this morning, but actually I never planned doing this analysis. I just let me just do that briefly and upload so that you guys can see that we're actually making good morning and good news. So guys, let's do this. And also please share this opportunity to your friends. And we have started our presentation. I think we'll be having today, we'll be having presentation, not today. Oh yes, today around 9 o'clock. Is it 8:30? I think you see this thing. I will share it to the group chat. Help us share it to your friends, share it to your loved ones. Let them come online. We'll be exposing a lot of things in crypto space and also in forex space. So please let them come online. Let them come on board and let's rock this. Okay. So thank you very much, guys, and you have a wonderful day.
Okay, you too, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.